What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
Quick reminders that we are in the last week of November, so make sure to download and play. Neo and Outlast 2 both offer for free on PlayStation Plus. Make sure to download those, play those, download them soon. I mean, you're running out of time. Play them. Come back at the end of this week for Plus Club. We're going to talk about our experiences with those games. Let us know yours. And our game of the month randomly picked is Lost Planet 2, which is a game that used to be very snowy and it's less snowy this time. Make sure to play that as well. Also, make sure to vote for the community pick game of the month, which we're running out of time. We're going to stop taking your votes on the 28th. So Thanksgiving here in the United States, 28th of November. We're going to stop taking votes, but the way you can vote is type in GOTM and the game you want to be the game of the month next month. Those games being that are available to be voted for are Greedfall, WoW Classic, Super Mario Bros., Man of Medan, Overwatch, Dovetail Games, Eurofishing, Divinity Original Sin 2, 999, Zero Escape the Nonary, Jurassic World Evolution, and Sea of Thieves. Make sure to vote for one of those, and we are closing in on finally revealing which one will be our game of the month next month. Can't wait to find that out, and yeah, keep voting. Yeah, we got Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all time, and we're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. So, Tasty Tuesday, typically we're talking about gaming news. That's what we do on Tasty Tuesday. Today is going to be a little different, though, for two reasons. One reason, our internet's fucking dead, so thanks, Comcast. But second, we were going to do something yesterday on Tastecast, episode 103. You should go check that out if you didn't watch it. We talked about our impressions of Death Stranding pretty in depth, and talked about Half-Life Alyx. And yeah, it was a good episode, so check that out. But we were also going to cover, yesterday we ran out of time, the Game Awards. The Game Awards happen every year. It's become a big thing every year. Bigger and bigger. Last year was like a mini E3, which was really impressive. And yeah, it's become kind of a normal yearly thing for us to discuss. So we're going to be doing our Game Awards pre-show. I want to remind you guys as well that we do a game of the year every year as well, so look forward to that. Still trying to figure that out myself. But what we're going to be doing here, because we also will be reacting to the Game Awards, we do that every year as well. We're going to be giving pretty much our insight on their nominees, what we think of those nominees, who we think will most likely win, and which ones would we like to win. I haven't voted yet, so...
I did.
Okay, so you do have definitive answers. I don't. I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing it. But we're going to have mostly like a general discussion on the Game Awards. There will be some games, just like last year, that I probably have never even fucking heard of.
And Esports is going to go like this.
We're probably going to skip the Esports thing because me and you have like no knowledge of that. So there's no point in us even guessing which one should win.
Yeah.
I remember last year there's some indie games that were just like, don't know what that is, don't know what that is, don't know what that is. But I want to invite you guys, if you guys do know like any of these games we don't know, when we get to those categories, if they're worth playing,
Tell us why.
give us recommendations, because I trust you guys more than most publications. So yeah, always down for recommendations. Anyone who knows me knows I'm fucking down to just buy a new game at any time. So I'm just gotta be like, that one's pretty good, and be like, yeah, sure, yeah, okay, I'll go pick it up. So yeah, we're gonna be covering Game Awards, which is kind of gaming news. Game Awards is a thing. It's an event.
Yeah.
It's news. So let's do it. So yeah, and then also I believe the Game Awards is on the 12th of next month. It's something like that. We should be better prepared for this, but I think you got to vote before then. So if you're interested in voting for the Game Awards, do that.
Yeah, I'll try to remember to put a link in the description. So
Definitely. So yeah, general discussion. So we're just going to jump right the fuck in. They start off with their game of the year. The way they define that is recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. The best of the best. Their nominees are Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I forgot came out this year, and The Outer Worlds.
I think it's also important to mention that there's a committee that decides all this stuff.
This is important because of the Kojima thing.
Yeah. A lot
Which
of people.
I fucking was weird about when I heard that. I was like, those two are like best friends. He's in his game.
Yeah, he doesn't have a say in it at all. It's literally a bunch of like news public or gaming publications essentially.
Yeah, and
from different countries.
and a bunch of people came out in defense of Jeff Keighley saying like, hey, we picked this, he didn't. So For anyone who doesn't know about it, there's controversy because Jeff Keighley pretty much runs the Game Awards. The motherfucker is like working on it
It's
all
his baby.
year. Yeah, it's crazy, and it's gotten really fucking huge. Really cool to watch because I like Jeff Keighley. He's also, a big fan of Kojima. He's best friends with Kojima. He's in Kojima's game. Death Stranding is a lot of the nominees. It's in almost every category. So even when I saw that, as a big fan of Death Stranding, as a big fan of Kojima, as a fan of Jeff Keighley, I was like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But then it got cleared up that it's not. He didn't go
He
through
has
and
no
go,
say
hey,
at all. Yeah.
I fucking talked this game up for a long time, and now it's gonna have the opportunity to win everything.
It's gonna win all the things. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about Game of the Year for their nominees. I think it's a really good roster of nominees. I really like to see. I like seeing Outer Worlds is on here. I barely played it. I heard really good things. Some people said it kind of like falls off halfway through the game. I don't know, but I like to see that Obsidian, who is a really niche company, their fans love them, but they never hit it as big as they as a lot of these other games. So I'm really happy to see that. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I think it's just Nintendo representation. Honestly, the fans of Super Smash are huge, and they're probably pissed.
And loud.
They're probably pissed at me for even saying anything that's not like, this is amazing.
One, I think most people play Smash.
Sure.
Not everyone's gonna
I like
be
Smash.
Yeah, I not
Careful,
so much.
they're watching. They're watching. They're fucking got their finger over that fucking dislike button. Like, what are you gonna say, Chevy?
But yeah, shit tons of people play that game. So
Yeah, but do you think that we don't have to go through every single game, but like Game of the Year?
like we're getting a little personal already, but like for me, that kind of like a fighting game in general, I think
That's where I'm
is
at.
hard pressed to be game of the
You
year.
could throw Soul Calibur on here. You could throw Guilty Gear. You could throw fucking like almost any fighting game.
whatever.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, it'd be really hard for it to be game of the year.
For some reason, it's hard for me to think Game of the Year,
But for someone out there, that's their
especially if they play nothing but
that's their
Smash,
genre,
or if they're like
so.
pro at it. So, it's interesting.
But I think me and you are more story told
Definitely.
driven. So
And when it comes to Game of the Year, it needs to be it's
the package.
Unless the game is like really just fun, like really fucking fun, and I spent a lot of time in it. I think there's a prestige to the idea of Game of the Year where it's like it exceeds in almost every single category.
For sure. It's the whole package.
And it's hard for a fighting game to exceed in every category because it's a genre that is evolving still, but surprisingly, but it's still very much it's limited in some ways, in my opinion, on what it can do. Although games like Mortal Kombat have really pushed the boundaries of 100%. What a fighting game can do. Mm-hmm. So trying to be objective about it. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. I don't think that's going to win at all.
Either.
I can't see it happening. I wouldn't vote for it, and I liked it. It's a very hard game. I think there will be some diehard fans of From Software and Sekiro that will vote for that. I don't think it has a chance though.
Yeah.
At all. And that's not a knock at it. It's just what it's up against. A lot of people are always like, why isn't this on the list of whatever award ceremony or whatever? I'm like, you could add that, but do you think that is going to beat the ones that are already there? That's the question. It's like, would you pick that over those? That's kind of the thing. So Sekiro, I'm glad to see it on there, but it feels like Dark Souls, like a Dark Souls had come out. Maybe we'd be talking then just because the prestige of that brand.
Yeah.
But yeah. Resident Evil 2 Remake, one of my favorite games this year. Really liked it.
I think a lot of people would probably say that.
One of my favorite survival horror games ever made, which is surprising to me because like Silent Hill 1 through 4 are like my favorite survival horror games. And then the original Resident Evils from back in the day. Really liked Resident Evil 2 a lot. I fucking loved it. Capcom's been killing it lately. It's been fucking great. Do I think it's gonna win? No, but I wouldn't be upset because I like it a lot. It's probably gonna be easily my top 5.
I would say that one I think can contend though because that literally came out and everyone just like freaked out over it. They were just like, this game's amazing. It was done so well. This is what all remakes should be like. Like it just got a lot of verbal response towards it, which was really great to see. So
for sure. Death Stranding, which I think does have a chance to win, for sure. In fact, I think it's one of the bigger contenders in this lineup.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's not even just like me because I like it a lot. The hype. of it.
Yeah, well, and speaking of being like verbal about the game, it's another game that I see a lot of verbal praise for, which is kind of where I'm basing, because this is all voted on by us, right? So I'm trying to think who's saying things about these games, and those two games for me on this list, I've heard the most about.
Yeah. But it's a divisive game.
It is.
I do hear more positive than negative, and a lot of the negative is objective or subjective. It's objective as well. But there is some people who it's popular, so they don't like it because they're not into it, so they want to like destroy it. But I think there's those type of people. I'm wondering what they're going to vote for otherwise, or if they're going to vote at all. So. Yeah, but I think some of those people who are just like, oh, fuck that one game, I don't think they're interested in voting for anything. I think they're just pissed off about a game, because I've seen a lot of people on Twitter who are just like blind to just wanting to destroy that fucking game. But at the same time, when you go on Twitter, and I keep bringing up Twitter, but like that's where shit's happening. Fucking, I see
instant information.
I see every day. Like constantly people that like Hideo Kojima is like retweeting, praising the game constantly. It's like a constant stream. And like, I praise the game. I didn't get a fucking retweet, which would have been cool. But you know, it just shows me how many fucking people are saying this shit, or how much he disliked my tweet. I don't know. Just it's a personal thing. I like them all except for that guy. That guy fucking sucks. Which would break my heart. But I think it has a really good chance.
Yeah.
Out of all of these, you know, the ones I would float around voting for myself personally would be Death Stranding easily, Resident Evil 2, and Control. I haven't beaten Control yet though, so
yeah.
But I plan on doing that very soon.
Pretty positive I did vote Death Stranding on that list.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, who am I kidding? I'll probably vote for it.
Well, I mean, for me, like I didn't play a single one of the other games on that list.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, the only ones I didn't play here was Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, I haven't touched any of the other ones.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
I only have, well,
not Resident Evil 2 or Sekiro.
I would say those are not my cup of tea. I don't like Smash, and Outer Worlds didn't look that interesting to me. So.
Sure, and you're not really into like open world sandbox games as much.
Fucking trotting through Death Stranding right now.
Yeah, well, it's different. I mean, it's
does a good job of telling where to go.
It's very accurate on like, hey, go here. This is where you got to go.
Yeah.
But also there's a very strong story being told. It's not loose. Like, oh, hey, here's the lore. It's just like, here's a cutscene. You got to go there to continue the story. So, and then last we got Control, which is a game that I still got to beat, but I've played it and I'm really fucking digging it. It's one of the first games this year I played that as I was playing, I'm like, this could be game of the year for me. But it's weird as fuck, and I like that weird shit. Death Stranding, Control, those two games for me are like really fucking cool. Like I'm really, I obviously I love Death Stranding, but I want to be Control, so I have a good idea of it. I'm really curious about why we're not seeing Jedi Fallen Order. It came out late, possibly, but they've fucking put nominees up that came out like 2 weeks before the nominees came out.
I've talked to the people who decided on the list, man.
Because I've heard nothing but like stellar things about, as we say in the Discord link down below, Jedio.
Yeah, well, maybe Disney doesn't want it associated with this as well. Who knows?
Maybe they're like, we don't want to lose to Death Stranding.
They do weird shit all the time. They like
taking the GIFs down.
The GIF thing, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Even places like fucking IGN, hi Dan Stapleton. Fucking hopefully we can have a conversation again. Even IGN was like saying shit about that, like, and they're like fucking Star Wars shills.
Yeah.
Everything about Star Wars is fantastic no matter what. And you say anything bad, you're just a piece of shit. But fucking that, and they're like, Disney's taking down GIFs. That's fucking weird. I'm like, yeah, it is weird. Huh.
You know, also the girl who used to work there too,
Australian one?
Yeah. She's been on a big anti-Disney kick on Twitter anyways.
Good.
So
she's also pro Hong Kong, and she was talking shit about Blizzard. And I'm like, I don't agree with her in a lot of shit, but I'm glad that she's vocal about what she thinks, because some people are kind of soft about that, or they just don't talk about it, which is also kind of preferable. But yeah, Control, I need to beat it before I can decide if I would vote for that or not. But I don't think it's gonna win, but I would be so fucking happy if it did.
No, you know what's funny?
Remedy needs that, man.
For me, I think these three, right? Control, Death Stranding, and Resident Evil 2 are like
top three games.
Are like the top three games on that list.
Yeah.
And I would not be upset if any of them won.
100%.
So
In fact, never mind. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset if those 3 won.
yeah,
I was gonna say all of these, and really all of them. I'm never gonna be upset about
I'd be
anything.
upset, but I'd be super surprised in the last
I would be
3.
very, very surprised. That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, really, that one, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, I would love to see Control take any awards home because Remedy. I mean, I'm a big Remedy fan. I always talk about it. I love what they've done.
They get like no fucking love, man.
And they have done amazing things. They just don't make games as often as other people. But every time they make a game, the stories are fucking fantastic. The performances are good. They're really creative. They don't just make another third-person shooter like everybody else. There's always some mechanic that is unique. And Control is a total fucking just like, it's just it's so creative. Like Sam Lake obviously like writes weird stories already with like Alan Wake and shit. But this is like, it's such a creative vision as I'm playing, and I'm like, this is like the most like realized I've seen Remedy. Like Quantum Break was fun, but it was like a blockbuster movie in its tone. But Control has like
It was
this,
super experimental.
yeah, but like Control is super experimental. Control is like feels like a fucking almost like a Kubrick movie or something. And that's big fucking praise coming from me. It's weird, but has like this
They
really
released 2 games this generation. That was pretty
yeah.
crazy, actually.
And apparently they're working on something for that Crossfire X game. It's a first-person shooter, free to play. It's coming out on Xbox.
Okay.
But Remedy's working on something for that. I read an article about it today. I was like, because I was looking for news for Taste Tuesday. I guess Crossfire is the most played game on the planet. It has 650 million people who play it.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a free-to-play FPS, like Counter-Strike. But it's really popular in China and South Korea. But 650 million people play it. So Crossfire X, I get in the article. They're like, you probably don't give a shit about it, but a lot of people in Asia do. And I guess that's why Remedy's working on something for Crossfire X. Because they're like, why would they be working on it? And I'm still like, I don't know. That's fucking weird. It's also weird to think that there's 650 people, 50 million people fucking playing that game that no one cares about here, really. But I played Combat Arms. I played fucking Soldier Front, so I can't.
I mean, there's a lot of people over there.
I can't. So. There's a lot of people over there for sure. So that's the game of the year. Any last thoughts on that before we move on?
I think we covered that pretty well.
Yeah, I do too. Next, and all these topics in the comments, man. Just fucking join the conversation.
I do know, real quick side note, a lot of people felt like Devil May Cry 5 got snubbed on that category.
I was thinking when I was talking about Capcom earlier, I was like, Devil May Cry was really well received. I liked it. I didn't beat it.
2 was way better received.
Way better.
And
It was
they can't
such
put
a good
2
fucking
games on
remake.
that
It
list.
just sucks because Devil May Cry is like a continuation of a series people wanted, and it's an actual sequel. Resident Evil 2 remake
I'm pretty sure they nailed it in every way. So
is an awesome remake.
yeah.
I mean, it's a full fucking remake. It's reimagined. It's awesome. I love it. So it's tough.
Yeah. Sorry to go back. I just thought of that when I saw it there. So
Yeah. Next category is action game. The way they explain that is for the best game in action genre focused primarily on combat, which is a good way to put it. The nominees are Metro Exodus, a game that I have not fucking played, and I'm a huge Metro fan. I want it to be good. I've heard pretty good things about it. And the reason I didn't play it, for anybody who doesn't know the whole story, is when it came out, it was really buggy, and I didn't want my experience to be ruined by those bugs, so I backed off from it for a little bit to let them fix it, because I'm pretty fair-minded about that shit. I'm like, they'll fix it.
you got plenty of other shit to play anyways.
I went and played other things. I just haven't come back to Metro yet, which sucks, because I'm a huge Metro fan. So that is another game I should probably try and beat before the end of the year, but
You can probably do that in a day or two.
for sure. Most first-person shooters you can get through pretty quickly. So yeah, as for that one, I'd love to see that win. I don't know if it's good, though.
Yeah.
I hope it is. I love the other 2 Metro games. So yeah, anything?
On Metro?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to say anything. I'll just jump in.
They're beautiful.
100%. And that game is fucking gorgeous. Gears 5. I don't got love for Gears. I appreciate it. And I love that people love Gears. So I'm not talking shit. Every once in a while I'll say something about Gears and be like, Gears is fucking good. What are you talking about? I'm like, yeah, I like it, dude. That's cool. But I'm just not a Gears guy. So, this wouldn't get my vote. And I'd be very surprised if it won, honestly. Not because it's bad, but there's some big contenders on here. And I didn't hear much about Gears after it came out. Some people liked it.
It was pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I didn't hear good or bad. People just weren't talking about it.
Though, in all fairness, Metro was also kind of quiet.
100%. So. Next one is Devil May Cry 5.
Not so quiet.
Which we've already, talked and praised it a bit already and kind of talked about its reception. I think it'd be cool if it won. It is an action game. If any game here is an action game, it's an action game. It's the most action you can get out of an action game. It's literally a third-person combat game.
So there's one other game on this list that fits into that pretty well too. So
Astral Chain. Yeah. So yeah, I would love to see some love given to Devil May Cry. I mean, they did a great Capcom. I want them to feel like they're doing a good job because they are. I want to reward people for fucking fixing shit and doing awesome stuff, and they have been.
Also, they got to know between sales and like every Capcom game that's come out recently, people are very vocal about how much they like it. So.
It'd just be nice if they won an award too.
No, I agree.
mean, like the award technically is meaningless, but it's nice receiving things.
I mean, it's a pat on the back.
Gave you a reward because I think you did great. Yeah. The next one is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This one's interesting because technically, with their definition, is an action game. I like this game. I don't view it as an action game. It's just a first-person shooter to me, and I guess loosely you'd be like, it's action, but I would really like to see a more traditional action game win than a first-person shooter.
Hey, sadly, I did vote for Call of Duty because I just think it's going to win.
And it's just got the numbers. Regardless if you like it or not, the people who aren't in the conversation about COD every year are the people who are playing it, and there's a lot of them. It doesn't matter if you like the game or not. There's a lot of people who play COD, and a lot of them are not talking online about it. They're just playing COD.
Yeah. That game and the last one you're going to mention have a lot of people. So.
And that's an interesting one because I keep forgetting that came out this year. But Call of Duty, if it won, cool. I'm not going to be excited for it because COD is just very successful every year. And that's fine. I like COD. I play it. But I'd really like to see a game like, a couple games here I'd like to see win over COD just because I think they deserve a little bit of support and pat on the back for what they've done. Call of Duty's Call of Duty. This is a great one. They've done a great job with it. But give someone else.
I can't be on the internet without seeing someone just talking about something they did in Call of Duty. So I mean that one's getting a lot of.
It's good. It is really good. It does deserve the praise. It is the best Call of Duty's been in a long time. Has its problems. I know someone's gonna be like, "That's fucking shield and fucking shot." Yeah.
Welcome to anything competitive. Man.
Everything ever. Like that's just how it is. Come on. Fuck. The next one is Astral Chain, a game I have not played yet. I want to play. But Platinum Games, they've just really been killing it as well. It's cool to see them do a Nintendo Switch exclusive. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I should just pick it up. I assumed it was gonna be bad for some reason because I was like, high fucking octane, fast paced action game on Switch can't run that great. But I haven't heard anything bad about it. So that's just a really stupid assumption on my part, I guess. So if that won, I'd be
fucking blown away, to be honest.
Yeah, but it'd be awesome. I don't think it's gonna win. Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, no, it'd be cool, and especially because Platinum Games, the most love they've gotten recently is, the people who did play Nier, like being like, it's amazing. So
yeah, if Nier's on this list, I'd vote for it. It's really fucking good. And then last we got Apex Legends, which was an event and has kind of gotten quiet, but
people still play the shit.
Regardless of what you feel about the genre, about the popularity of the game, and then it dying off, maybe you're stoked that it died off, blah blah blah. I don't know. I do think Apex Legends did some really amazing things. I think it's a fucking really good game for that genre. That's not really my genre, but it's like my favorite battle royale game. The ping system's next level, and I love fucking Respawn. I think they're great developers. So if they got some recognition, even though they made enough money, they don't need the recognition. That money is enough of that. But
between that and Star Wars, I think they're doing fine.
Yeah, 100%. But I wouldn't be upset about that. By next year, we're not going to probably be talking about Apex Legends unless they do something big. But this year was a big year for them. So
for sure,
they did something really amazing. They did the impossible and took a lot from fucking Fortnite. No one else did that. They did.
Yeah, and like I said, I personally had voted Call of Duty mostly because out of all of these, I haven't played a single one of them. Man. And Call of Duty is the one I've heard the most stuff about until I did my voting, and everyone who liked Devil May Cry 5 decided to get on Twitter at once. So I personally, even though I've already voted, would like to see Devil May Cry get the attention because apparently the fans are really loud and they should make themselves heard. So.
Out of my experience, I would pick Call of Duty just because it's the one I've played the most out of all these. I would like to see Devil May Cry 5 win. I would like to believe I should be voting for Metro Exodus, but I have not played it enough.
Yeah.
I've played an hour of it, and it's not enough to go, that's the best action game of 2019, but that's the one I want to pick. I just can't do it blindly. So as of right now, I'm rooting for Devil May Cry 5. I'd love to see Astral Chain get some recognition, but it's not going to happen. Call of Duty, I like it a lot. It is a really good action game, but and Apex Legends did a good job this year. So next one we got is action adventure game for the best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. We got that's interesting. Combining combat, traversal, and puzzle solving, and there's a game here that doesn't seem to fucking fit. We got Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. We've already talked about that a bit. I don't think it's gonna win, but I think it has a better chance of winning this than than Game of the Year.
Oh yeah,
just because there is traversal in it. It does fit that genre better in action adventure. So yeah, I think it has a better chance of winning there.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I have not played it.
I need to pick that up.
I need to pick it up too.
Like
Looks cool.
Never mind.
It's Zelda, so it could easily win.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's good or not.
Yep.
Zelda, by name alone, can win any fucking category.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut for the rest of that.
if it wins, I won't be surprised.
Yeah, I'd be a little bummed to be honest.
I haven't played it. It's probably really good. I'm just saying.
Don't get me wrong.
Zelda can always win. Doesn't matter.
I like the original that is a remake of, but
that looks dope.
The next one you're gonna say is the one I voted for. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
The next one is Resident Evil 2, which I would like to see it win. This genre, I'd like to see somebody else get it maybe.
Yeah.
But so we're not repeating ourselves too much. We got Death Stranding, Control, and Resident Evil 2 in this category. All three of those could win it, and I'd be happy. I would like to see out of those three, Control win action adventure game. But Death Stranding, I'm just gonna say it now. If Death Stranding wins any of these awards, I'm okay with it. I'm fine. I'll be happy for them because I really love Death Stranding.
I just went by their description, and I think Resident Evil 2 just kind of fits.
Puzzle solving for sure. Traversal not so much, but yeah, it's a survival horror game, and they took it back to the idea of figuring shit out, micromanaging, ammo, getting puzzle pieces, put it here, put it there, open this up, open that up. So yeah, it is next to I'd say Zelda and Sekiro.
Yeah,
probably one of the better contenders. And then we got Borderlands 3 here. Which is great. I like it. I hate the story. The story's fucking awful, but everything else about it's fucking awesome. And it's got combat. You traversal. You drive around and
climb
jump
over things now.
Yeah, and puzzle solving, not so much. I would honestly not be stoked if Borderlands 3 won that, just because I don't think it deserves to be here.
Agreed.
Yeah. So. Yeah, the one I think will win this,
Zelda.
Zelda I think has probably the highest chance just because it's Zelda. Even if it's good or bad, doesn't matter. It has a good chance of winning anything it's going to be in. Sekiro I think has a better chance of winning here than anywhere else, like I said before. And Death Stranding I think has a good chance just because of the hype on it. I'd like to see most of these win, honestly, but not Borderlands 3. It doesn't fit.
This is going to be a tough one for you.
Art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. For outstanding creative or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Let's see here. So we have Zelda, which we already went over this before. Zelda can win any category by name alone. It does have a really cool artistic look to it. I don't know much about the animation, but it definitely has a look to it. Sekiro, I don't think has a chance of winning this. It's the next one.
Yeah.
But it's on there. It does have a cool art direction, but I don't think it's standing up against a lot of these games. It's really shitty to say this about Sekiro because it's a good game, but it also didn't get the same kind of love as a lot of games got because it was so fucking hard that a lot of people didn't play it. Or they played it for like an hour and they're like, I can't play this, and they stopped playing it.
From Software is kind of a weird company anyways because they make like these really stellar games, obviously, but they're like really stellar at what they do and not necessarily being well rounded.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to put them in award categories because they have a mission when they make their games. And I think stuff like, a lot of stuff we've mentioned outside of that game are a little more well-rounded
Yeah.
for categories like these.
If this was Bloodborne 2 though, or Dark Souls 4, I think it would have a chance of winning like a lot of things.
Yeah.
Those games are fucking beloved. Like Bloodborne 2 is requested so often by people all over the internet.
Talk to Sony. They're the ones who own it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't see it happening not because of it, but because of its competition. I think they just have a better chance over Sekiro. The other one is Sayonara Wild Hearts, which I've never played. I have seen the game a little bit though. It does have an interesting art style, but I think it falls closer into that indie area, and so its fan base I think will be a lot smaller. I don't think it'll win. It'd be neat to see it though win, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Greece. Ugh.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Me either.
I actually don't know what it is.
It's a Devolver game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The picture looks neat, but I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know. The only reason I would say it's most likely not going to win is because it's not Death Stranding, Control, or Zelda. So just being honest here. Okay, this is where it's tough for me for art direction. I'm biased, of course, when it comes to Death Stranding, but I do think if Death Stranding does anything really well, it's its artistic merit. It's a very artistic game. Mm-hmm. It's a very.
I'll say I love the way Death Stranding looks, but I didn't vote for it.
Really. Mm-hmm. It's hard because even if I was to beat Control and I like Death Stranding more, I do think Control has a really, really cool look to it.
That's the one I voted for.
Even like the building transforming stuff is fucking really crazy shit.
I'll say when I think of this category, my brain kind of goes, okay, well, who is just like completely like wild with that kind of stuff? And I do think like Control just kind of is like very in your face about it, like right off the bat. Too,
yeah.
So,
but for me, when I'm thinking about art direction, I'm thinking about the auteur nature of Death Stranding and the cinematic aspect of it. That is art.
No, yeah, for sure.
Even though my stance on video games and art is different than everybody on the planet, except for Kojima, which is convenient. But the art within Death Stranding is very fucking strong shit. But Control is creatively out there.
Yeah.
And it's weird to say next to Death Stranding because a lot of people would look at it and go, that's weird. But it's conventionally weird in the sense that it's just dark imagery, whereas Control is like fucking out there.
Yeah.
It feels sci-fi. Like I said, it feels Kubrick-esque. It feels Nolan-esque. It has this whole feeling to it. All the buildings like 1970s looking, 1960s looking.
Why kind of in the colors and stuff like that.
That's a good point. Honestly, you sold me. I'm probably gonna pick Control out of this. Which that is hard for me to look at the two, but that's a really good argument.
I love the way Death Stranding looks as a game, but it is definitely the photorealism look.
Well, on a technical prowess, which I said, technical achievement in artistic design.
Yeah.
And they nailed that. But if we're talking about art direction, I do think you have a really strong case with Control, and I think you pretty much sold me on that. So there's other things Death Stranding's definitely going to win. So I think Control should take this. I probably will vote for it. And I hope it wins. So I haven't played Grease or Sayonara or Wild Hearts, so I can't really talk on them.
Yeah.
And Zelda might win. I don't know. Zelda, if it's in it, it might win. So yeah, Control.
He's short and cute. Perfect.
Art design. He's chubby. He's colorful. Look at how angry he looks, but he's so sweet. And yeah. Moving on to the next one, we got audio design, which is recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Does that cover music as well? Do you know if there's a music category or is it just audio? I don't remember. Okay, well, we'll find out as we go along. Sekiro, I don't think it's going to win.
I can't really think of anything other than Bloodborne that has like what I would say, and even that's just kind of creepy.
It's creepy. The music in From Software games is really good. Even back to like Armored Core had great music. But again, what it's contending against is the reason why I'm like, it's really From Software is. I mean, they're AAA for sure, but like they're not as AAA as some of the. And you don't have to be AAA to win, but like when it comes to audio design, AAA companies put a lot of fucking work into it to the point where other companies can't really compete. I mean, like for a long time, Battlefield was like one of the most impressive games I'd ever heard, audio wise.
Well, it was a great way to test around sound stuff.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they really fucking worked on that shit. It was fantastic. But there's more to audio than that. So, anyway, moving on. Resident Evil 2. I've been praising this whole time. I don't think it's going to win either. I'd be surprised if it would or did, and I wouldn't vote for it for audio design. It's fine.
Yeah, I would say I can't think of in the little bit I've seen of it anything that really stood out to me in this category.
I mean, the voice acting was great. The sound effects sound good. The pistol sounds good. The zombie sound good. It had really eerie sound. I was scared to walk forward in the dark.
You can hear when you're being stalked around and stuff too.
Yeah,
so.
it's good, but you know, on this list there's better stuff.
Yeah.
So moving over, Gears 5, no way. I played it. Like any video game, it's fine. But there's a couple here that I would absolutely pick over some of these, and this isn't biased. This is straight up like I'm an audiophile, so like there's shit here that I'm like just exceeds expectations, and yeah. What do you think about Gears 5?
I've never even seen gameplay, so I couldn't even talk on it. Well, sure, but I mean, like,
throw a fucking grenade.
I can't talk on something I haven't experienced in any way. So,
Death Stranding. Not trying to be biased here. Death Stranding does have really good audio design.
It does.
Like
stupidly good.
You hear every little thing you're walking on, everything that's being touched, fucking people breathing and going, and like skin moving when they're fucking moving their faces. The soundtrack is phenomenal.
I would say you're drinking a can of fucking Monster in it, not an ad.
Yeah.
I'm really like, I get grossed out by mouth sounds when people eat and drink, and it grosses me out. So
yeah,
it sounds a little too real for me.
Yeah, and I mean that's just one small part, but yeah, I mean there's just there's a lot of work done in the audio of this game, which is nice because like if you pay attention to audio in a lot of games, a lot of Japanese companies don't put as much work into their audio as a lot of Western companies. Yeah. Specifically, I always think about this when I think about this, but Final Fantasy 15, for instance, and I love Final Fantasy 15, does not have good audio design. Mm-hmm. I was walking around a city and there's like no sound. Yeah. I could hear my feet going, but like, and there's people, but like there's no ambient wind or people going or nothing. You couldn't hear vehicles. There was just nothing. It was just desolate. And that's just the opposite of what I say is good audio design. But yeah, audio design for Death Stranding is really fucking good. It's really good. The soundtrack's fantastic. Everything about the timing, the audio design is good in Death Stranding. It is definitely deserving to win that. Control, I think, as well has pretty good audio design. Not as good as Death Stranding, but it does. If we're talking about the design of the audio, you know, everything sounds really rich, really sharp. I do like the timing of the way they have sound effects and stuff with visuals and stuff that's happening. But yeah, I think Death Stranding is a much stronger contender. And then lastly, surprisingly, I'm going to defend the fuck out of this. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think, has some of the best audio this year. Easily.
It's not that weird for me. And I'm not
it's weird for me with Call of Duty.
I'm not a Call of Duty person.
Yeah.
But like thinking like a game that is, you know, in the competitive field, audio is a big thing in shooters. So
with Call of Duty though, it was competitive audio before, and now it's like next level fucking realistic audio that you would expect out of Battlefield.
And I haven't really spent any time with the game, so I can't really talk specifically on that. But I do know that they've always tried, at the very least for competitive sense, put work into the audio. So I know the work is there.
Yeah, I mean, most first-person shooters have been doing that since Halo and Halo 2. But Call of Duty, just in the last Call of Duty, and all of them since before that, they're good about directional audio. But now there's this proximity that is fucking accurate as shit. I can hear a dude and where he's coming from and how close he is to me. and know when he's going to come around the corner based off the audio. It's really fucking impressive. I can tell where they're at upstairs, where they're going. You can tell how far a fucking bullet was shot from, all sorts of shit. It's very impressive. And that's not all of Call of Duty. That's just Modern Warfare. The soundtrack's fucking good. The voice acting's really good. They really fucking put a lot of work into that engine and that audio. I think it's almost, I mean, it's equal footing with me with Death Stranding, if not maybe a little more, just because of the technical feat of it.
Huh.
I like Death Stranding better, music wise and shit, and audio like and stuff like that, just because of the experience. But Call of Duty's audio is really fucking good. Like I can't think of a lot of first person shooters that rival it when it comes to
It's just crazy to hear.
understanding the environment.
Once again, I don't have any experience with it. So.
Like it is like my fucking $300 fucking headset or whatever. I'm getting use out of it with that game.
Yeah.
Sometimes things just sound good in there.
Right.
But with that, I'm like, I'm at a disadvantage if I don't use my headset
Yeah.
in that game because it's so fucking clear. So I would definitely maybe pick that over Death Stranding, but definitely support if it won.
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
I picked Death Stranding on this one.
That's a good pick in my opinion. So, but yeah, out of all these, I think they all are pretty decent, but I really strongly back Call of Duty and Death Stranding. I think they exceed the other ones. Next one is community support, recognizing a game for outstanding community support, which is an interesting thing to give an award for. Transparency and responsiveness. So essentially how they're communicating with their community and supporting their game, which is interesting. They did that last year as well. The contenders we have is Rainbow Six Siege, which I'm not playing. They're still supporting that game. People are still playing it. Hopefully it's going well. If it won, I'd be kind of surprised, just because it's been out for so long now. But it'd be kind of cool to see. But yeah, and you don't play it. So next one is Fortnite. Nobody wants to see Fortnite win.
I'm also gonna say right now, are they actually like having good community support, or are they just really good at like having their community just kind of go the way they want?
I would back that based off the anti-Fortnite mentality, but I think Fortnite killed the battle royale genre because they supported the game more than any other battle royale.
I'm not arguing against that, and I actually I
It
have
was
no
very
Fortnite
impressive.
hate.
They literally took that map and kept evolving it.
But I'm trying to
constantly.
think of like,
I just think it's too past its time.
yeah, I'm just like I can't think of them like really talking to the community. Is my big thing there.
Yeah.
Ubisoft does with Rainbow Six. As for Fortnite, Epic might listen, but I don't feel like they're talking to them. So
Yeah, I don't agree. I think Fortnite is very well supported. I think they communicate about it all the time. I don't play it. I don't want it to win.
Yeah.
But I think it is very well supported. Yeah. Out of all of these, I think it's actually one of the best supported. Next one, Final Fantasy 14, which I'm really happy to see on here. I'm just going to be transparent. I'll be voting for this one for sure.
I totally didn't vote on Final Fantasy 14 every time it showed up on the list.
I know. I would vote for this just because I do think Final Fantasy 14 is the best MMO that's out there right now. Fight me. And I think they're really killing it. And the reception I've heard on this has been overwhelmingly positive, to the point where people are saying it's one of the best Final Fantasies out there, storyline wise. So that's quite the claim. It's hard for me to deny.
They do constant dev streams too.
Wanting that to win because they're obviously listening and supporting the game if people are so fucking happy with it. Which is very cool to see, because if anybody knows the history of that fucking MMO, they went from one thing and now it's this thing, and it's a huge fucking difference.
Not listening, switching leadership, and he does nothing but listen.
They did a Capcom.
Yeah.
They did some shit and then they fucking made it better. So, but I would love to see Final Fantasy 14 win. I hope it wins. That's the one I'm rooting for, and I will be voting for it. I already know you agree with me on everything on that. Destiny 2, they've been making it into a better game.
I would say they're doing great right now.
Yeah.
So
last year, I don't know if I would be as supportive about it, but this year, 100%. If it won, I'd be happy. They're doing the right things.
Well, and they're fully responsible for their game now.
Sure.
So it's in their best interest to be that way. And the people playing Destiny 2 right now, I've seen posts online where people are like, "Oh, I need a new online game to play," and you see like a spattering of stuff, but there's actually a crap ton of people who are like, come play Destiny 2, come play Destiny 2. So, yeah, the community is really happy with that game.
I think the game becoming better is purely based off of feedback. So,
Yes, 100%.
them finally going, hey, we're gonna make this game for you guys and make you guys fucking love it. And I think they did a really good job. So, for me, that's the second runner up for me.
Agreed.
In this category. And Apex Legends, I think it deserves an award. It really was a big deal this year, and it is really fun. But I won't be voting for it. I like Respawn, but I think Final Fantasy 14 is a much better example of this category. But if it won, I like I said, I want them to get an award. But I honestly would feel like it was stolen from 14. So, but we'll see, because a lot of these, I don't think everybody will agree with the 14 thing. I think people who primarily play first-person shooters will be voting for a first-person shooter, and there's 4 of them here. So,
Yeah. I want to see either Bungie or Square take this.
me too.
So,
Agreed. Moving on, because we are running out of time. Content Creator of the Year. Do I know any of these guys?
I only know the guy in the end because Mixer made a big deal out of it.
Oh, Shroud, yeah. Moved over to Mixer because Microsoft is treating Twitch like
Snatching
fucking
bitches
Epic
up.
Games have been treating Steam. Just for anybody who cares, but we're not going to have anything to say on this. Content Creator of the Year is for a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the industry in 2019. If I was to vote, I would vote for Tasty Loot Gaming, 100%. I really like what they do. They are active every week, creating content. I like the content they make. And that's who I would vote for, 100%. But we got Shroud, Graph G.
I don't know.
Fuck, dude, I don't care. Ewok, Dr. Lupo, and Courage. So let me know in the comments if you're a fan of these guys. Which one do you vote for? Got nothing to say on this. But good on Shroud for moving our Mixer, because I kind of like watching shit shaking up recently, because Twitch has been pissing me off for a while. Esports Coach, that's for Esports Coach, judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2019. We're not going to have an opinion on this, but I'm just going to read them for you guys anyway. We got Danny Zonic Sorensen, Tai Tichuan, Sashka Merlols, Kim Koma, Jong Yin, Fabian, Grabs Lomon, Nuri Kane Jong, and Eric Andren Hog. They are all not from here, or they might be from here. I don't know. That might be a bad way to put that, but all these names are hard for me to pronounce. Let me know in the comments which one you would vote for, if you would vote for one. We got Esports event. I'm going to say that again correctly. Recognizing a singular event across single or multiple days that delivered a best-of-class experience for participants, in-person fans, and the broadcast audience. So this is the cool fucking thing that happened. And we got the International 2019, League of Legends World Championship 2019, IEM Katowice 2019, Fortnite World Cup, EVO 2019. I'm going to vote for that one.
I voted Evo.
Yeah, 2019 Overwatch League Grand Finals. So yeah, Evo should win.
I love watching fighting games.
I know Evo. I like fighting games. Evo's always cool to see like the fucking crazy ass people fight.
They're nuts. Yeah.
So I do have an opinion on that one. Let us know in the comments what you think. Then we got Esports Game of the Year. This one we can maybe have a little bit of discussion on, but I actually don't care about any of these. We got.
Hey, go ahead.
We got Overwatch. I'm just going to, for time's sake, Overwatch, League of Legends, Fortnite, Dota 2, Counter-Strike, Global Offensive. It's amazing to me that these are all still the ones to vote for. It's weird to see Rocket League's not there anymore. I thought it was before.
Yeah.
But
I went Counter-Strike.
for my first-person shooter roots, I would go Counter-Strike.
I would say the other 4 do nothing for me in any capacity.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike is literally like point and shoot at people. Like,
I like Counter-Strike. I mean, I like, older Counter-Strike better, but
I mean, you could probably say that about Fortnite, Overwatch, but that's a lot of that's hit point based stuff too. So
no, it's not. It's not.
I'm
for
not
me.
really into
So,
it.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you guys think for the Esports Game of the Year. We're both going CS:GO, which is amazing that a lot of these have been around for so long.
It just shows a new esport game needs to show up.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. Okay, so we got Esports Host. I'm just gonna read them off real quick. We got Candace Yu Shuang, Alex Golden Boy Mendez, Paul Redeye Challoner, Alex Machine Richardson, and Ify
What is that?
Shocks Deportier.
Sorry.
I'm not. I don't. That's not what. These are names I fucking pronounce every day. So if you listen to me and be like, ha, that's funny you said that shit stupid, let me know how to say it.
Due to a ridiculous old anime, I'm going Golden Boy.
Show is a pervert. I'm gonna go with none of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going with Dwan Candace Yu Shuang because I like saying that.
You go, Candace.
Yeah, you go, Candace. Let us know. Comments below. Esports player. Damn, this is taking up so much of this fucking shit. We got Jay Sinatra Juan, Alexander Simple, Kostyliev. Kostyliev. Luka Perkovic. Lee Faker Song Hyuk.
I've heard of that person.
Hyuk? I don't know. And Kyle Booga Giersdorf.
CSGO.
CSGO. We're voting CSGO. Let us know in the comments which one you would vote for if this is something that pertains to you. Esports team. We got Team Liquid. I know that one from last year. I don't know anything about them, but I remember they were the fucking team. I think they won. No, they didn't. Someone else did, I think. I don't know.
No, but they've been around forever.
San Francisco Shock, OG, G2 Esports, Astralis, I think. Astralis.
I've heard that name before too.
Astralis.
Funny how I know the CSGO. I don't even watch esports. I know the CSGO teams.
Yeah.
I don't know these other three.
And Team Liquid just sounds cooler, I guess. Astralis sounds cool too.
They've also been around for fucking ever.
I don't care about this. Let me know in the comments what you care about in life. Okay, we got Family Game for the best game appropriate for family play. We are running out of time, so let's be quick about this. We got Yoshi's Crafted World, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Super Mario Maker 2, Ring Fit Adventure, Luigi's Mansion 3.
All Nintendo games.
All Nintendo games, so Nintendo's going to take it home, which is fine because they own that market. Out of these, though, I'd like to see Super Mario Maker 2 or Luigi's Mansion 3 win.
I voted for Ring Fit Adventure because apparently it's actually really fun. So,
Didn't that just come out?
yep.
So where's fucking Jetio at? Disney?
It's not a family game.
Disney's weird. Yeah, they are. Yeah. What I'll be voting for though, I've only played out of all these Luigi's Mansion 3, and it was cool. So I'd probably vote for that, and I hope that or Super Mario. These are all a win for Nintendo. Whatever you pick here, these all won. So
I would personally go with Ring Fit Adventure or Super Mario Maker because one, it makes you active. One is creative.
yeah, and I like the creativity aspect of it. Just Luigi's Mansion is like a big AAA Nintendo game.
I've never played one.
It's neat. It's neat. I enjoyed it way more than I thought when I played at E3.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I hope one of those two win, and those are the two that I would vote for. Fighting game. We got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Samurai Showdown, Mortal Kombat 11, Jump Force, and Dead or Alive 6. This one's easy for me.
Me too.
I played Dead or Alive 6 more than any other fighting game this year, which is really weird.
Yeah.
I love the shit out of it, and I would like to see it win. I don't think it's gonna win though.
It's not going to win, but I did vote for Dead or Alive 6.
It's really good.
I got history with that series anyways, though. So sorry,
Dude,
you.
it revitalized that. I last played out, or I stopped playing after like 3, and then I came back and I was like, holy fuck, I forgot how much I love this game.
Other than that, I think 4 of these have a chance. Jump Force has no chance.
I don't think Samurai Showdown has a chance. It's well received. It's been slightly well received, but not as much as Mortal Kombat 11 or Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, well, I think Mortal Kombat will win.
I think that or Super Smash Bros. Easily. But I'd like to see Dead or Alive 6 win, and I will be voting for that one because I
also
played
like
the
to see it.
fuck out of it.
Still need to buy it.
It's, yeah, you played it, you know. Fresh indie game. We got all games I don't know. House, Mega Grit, Mega Crit.
Well, those are the companies. The games underneath in the smaller text.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. So the companies are House for Untitled Goose Game. I want that one to win. Mega Crit
I want it on Steam, damn it.
for Slay the Spire. Mobius Digital for
Outer Worlds.
for Outer Worlds. Well, fuck. It's an indie game.
Technically.
That seems unfair. Dead Toast Entertainment for my friend Pedro, which I haven't played, but I've been wanting to play. Nomada Studio for Greece. And Zaum for Disco Elysium, which has been fucking getting like 9.5 to 10s across the board.
2 Devolver games on there.
Yeah. I really want to play Disco Elysium. I can't say anything about it because I haven't played it, but I've heard nothing but fucking stellar shit on that. As for an indie game, I feel like Outer Worlds will take this unless one of these are like a darling.
I voted Goose Game.
But I want Goose Game to win.
I say that besides everyone who's played it, who's loved it, it became such a meme for a while too.
It was a meme before it came out.
Yeah, so
They're like, that damn goose, just doing goose things.
Apparently I have to buy it on Switch though, because I don't want to buy it on Epic Game Store. So
yeah, I have control on Epic Games, but yeah, I'd like to see Goose Game win. I wouldn't be surprised to see Outer Worlds or Outer Wilds. It's not Outer Worlds.
That does say Wilds.
Yeah, my bad. Outer Wilds is a completely different game. That
Yeah.
is an indie game
Yeah.
for sure. That is our bad. Correction. Outer Wilds.
Skim reading. That's
Have
why you
not
don't
played
do
it. Have not. We're in a rush, so we got 10 minutes left. But yeah, like to see Goose Game. My friend Pedro looks cool. I'd like to try it. And Disco Elysium has been just fucking killing it. I would not be surprised if that won.
I don't
Just
even know
because
what that is.
it's like a top-down role playing game, but
Like
it's
isometric?
yes, but it has a really crazy art style to it. But it's more about choices in dialogue than anything
I
else.
probably like it.
And choices in situations and stuff. But people said the story's fantastic, the art style's fantastic. Like I said, it's been getting 9.5 and 10s.
I don't have
It's
time for that, man.
Yeah, that's why I haven't bought it. But as soon as I saw all those reviews constantly just going like, this game's amazing, I'm like, fuck, man. I'll pick it up later.
Yeah.
Game direction awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. I feel like we already did that. That was art direction.
It was.
We got the usual suspects with Outer Wilds, not Worlds. Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. There's too much outers going on. Resident Evil 2, Death Stranding, and Control. The two I want to see win this, even though I'd love to see Resident Evil 2 win it. The two that I want to win are Control and Death Stranding. I will be picking Death Stranding.
I voted Death Stranding.
Just because creative vision, innovation in game direction and design.
Completely realized.
Control also is really good, but Death Stranding is a bigger game. Yeah. There's more vision that was realized. It's just a bigger package, and I think it's more ambitious than most games here.
Agreed.
So I would love to see it win. I'm going to be voting for it, but honestly, almost all these games I'd be fine with. But I want Control or Death Stranding to win. Next one, games for impact. We have Sea of Solitude, which is a game I was curious on playing. It's that weird visual style, dark imagery thing. Life is Strange 2, because I hate the first one so much, I don't even care about that game, but it might be good. I don't know. A game called Kind Words. I've never heard of it. Grease. Haven't played it.
It's not like 3 times now.
Concrete Genie, which looked really neat, but got pretty meh reviews. I'd probably vote for Sea of Solitude just because out of these,
I did vote for
these
that
5, that was the one I was most interested in. I still haven't played it.
Voted that one out of ignorance because I haven't played any of these.
But any of these should be able to take it. Because, yeah, they all deserve it. Independent game. We got Baba Is You. Don't know what that is. I love the name, though. Disco Elysium, which I already talked about. Wouldn't be surprised if that won. Katana Zero. Heard good things about it, but it is a 2D, Castlevania kind of game. Not necessarily in the way that I don't know if you backtrack in it, but it's just one of those games that's side-scrolling fucking action game.
It fits into Devolver's wheelhouse.
Yes. Outer Wilds, which I haven't played, and Untitled Goose Game. I'd like to see Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, or Untitled Goose Game take this home. I will probably vote for Goose because it's already done enough for me by looking at it, but if I played Disco Elysium, I'd probably pick that one. And you picked Goose?
I did.
Okay. Because we are running out of fucking holy shit. Okay.
I'll skip this one then. Or just...
Mobile game, we got Call of Duty Mobile, Grindstone, Sayonara, Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of the Light, and What the Gulf? I don't care about any of these. Call of Duty Mobile, even though it's the Chinese spying on us. Multiplayer game, we got Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I like to see that The Division is getting some notoriety, getting noticed because I forgot it came out this year. I would personally, for multiplayer game, pick Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and a close second, Borderlands 3, because it's very fun.
I picked Call of Duty.
Yeah.
because it just kind of made sense.
I'm 116 in Call of Duty. I'm not 116 in Borderlands 3, so that's why I'd pick it. Next one, we got narrative. Fuck. Okay. We got Outer Worlds, Disco Elysium, Death Stranding, Control, and A Plague Tale: Innocence. Have not played A Plague Tale: Innocence. Have not played Disco Elysium. I would easily pick Death Stranding.
I did pick Death Stranding.
I love the story of Death Stranding so much that it's a no-brainer. I have not beaten Control. That could change, but I will be voting for Death Stranding, and I want Death Stranding to win this because the narrative storytelling in it is very fucking good. I love it. I love it. Next one we got is ongoing game. We got Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, yeah.
I would pick.
And second place is Destiny.
For the same reasons we talked about before.
Yep.
That community support, but also just what they're doing with that game, supporting it, all that shit. 14 definitely.
9s across the board.
Would definitely win for me. I'll be picking that one. Destiny 2, I would also be happy with. Fortnite, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, and Apex Legends. Yeah, but I don't think they should be able to beat the two we mentioned. So
Agreed.
next one is performance. We got math. We got Norman Reedus for Sam Porter Bridges. Probably would pick that. Matthew Peretta as Dr. Casper Darling. Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding. That's another really good one. Laura Bailey as Kate Diaz in Gears. Courtney Hope as Jesse Faden in Control, which she does a good job. And Ashley Birch for Pravarti Holcomb in The Outer Worlds. This one for me is Norman Reedus or Mads Mikkelsen. I think they both did a fantastic job in Death Stranding. But, you know, I think everyone here is probably really fucking good. That Casper Darling in Control, too. Damn, 2 people from Control, 2 people from Death Stranding. Those 2 games for me, man, this year are like fucking... But yeah.
I think I picked Mads.
For
no reason. I haven't even beat the game yet, so...
They're both really good in it.
So far, what I've seen, I've loved all the cutscenes with Mads.
They have some scenes together where I'm just like, these 2 are doing a great job. So
awesome.
I couldn't pick either or, but I want either of them to win. Role-playing game. We got The Outer Worlds, Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 14, Disco Elysium, Monster Hunter World, Iceborne. I would pick that just because it's the first time I've seen it on a list.
I have a hard time calling that an RPG.
Me too. I don't think it's an RPG at all. At all. In fact, that should have been the action adventure.
Agreed.
Section. Or
you technically level in it, but
it's
a crafting game.
It's not a fucking RPG.
And I love Monster Hunter, but that's really loose.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously for me it was Final Fantasy 14. So
that's the first one I was gonna go to, but then I saw Monster Hunter. I'm like, nah, Iceborne needs something, man. It's great.
Yeah.
So, but it is a weird category. I don't like where it's positioned.
It is a weird category.
I should have got representation somewhere else, but yeah. Moving on, we got score and music. Sayonara Wild Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 3, Devil May Cry 5, Death Stranding, and Cadence of Hyrule. Death Stranding easy. Death Stranding fucking easy, dude. I love the fucking score and the music. The soundtrack and the score of Death Stranding are fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, it always fits too.
So good, dude. So fucking good.
That was the snub category.
And the rest of these I really don't care about, honestly, when it comes to their score. Devil May Cry is just the fucking
I'm
shit.
sure fans love it, but yeah.
Yeah. But like you were saying, people were upset that Final Fantasy 14 felt like it got snubbed. It does have a good soundtrack.
Yeah, I listen to it all the time.
So yeah. Moving on. We got sports and racing game, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, Dirt Rally 2.0, eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, F1 2019, and FIFA 20. I would pick Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel because I own it and I like it.
I think I picked Dirt Rally.
I'm sure it's fun. I haven't played it.
I haven't played any of these.
But Crash Team Racing was fun, and I think it'd be funny if it won.
Agreed.
So, moving on.
Yep.
Strategy game. We got Age of Wonders Planetfall, Anno 1800, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. For me, this is Fire Emblem 3 Houses or Wargroove, but Fire Emblem 100%.
Fire Emblem. It's they've had time to hone their craft, and it's a great game. So
yeah, and out of these, I think it could easily win.
I'd be surprised if it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, Total War has its fans, but they're not as vocal. Any Nintendo game is going to have strong support. So
yeah, for sure.
Tropico, there's 6 of them. And Wargroove was fucking really good. I mean,
It
it's
is-
like it's a darling of the fucking strategy game
It is
genre.
very good, but it doesn't have the polish.
Yeah. Yeah, Fire Emblem is just like you play Wargroove and then Fire Emblem is out and you're like, I'm gonna play Fire Emblem.
Yep.
So that's the one I'd pick. That's the one I want to win. VR AR game. We got Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, Trover Saves the Universe. This is the last category. I wanted to try Trover, never did. No Man's Sky, I don't think is a good VR game. For everything that they've done correct in that, it's cool. It's got the option. It's not a good VR game. It's neat. You can experience it like that, but it's not good. As like a VR experience. There's way better VR games. Beat Saber, there's a lot of games like Beat Saber. For some reason, Beat Saber really caught on. I played it a little bit. It's fine. Blood and Truth, I really wanted to fucking play. I heard really good things. It's like a small narrative-driven shooter. I heard really good things about it. I want to try it. And Asgard's Wrath, I don't know what the fuck it is. So I would probably hope for and vote for Blood and Truth.
I think I picked Beat Saber just because it's the obvious winner.
I want to vote for fucking No Man's Sky, but it's really minimal. It's cool you can experience No Man's Sky, which is a big game in VR, but it feels like you're just playing it like you normally would, just in the game.
Yeah.
But it plays the same way. It plays almost worse than just like how you normally play it. I prefer to play it.
You did try it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just know everyone loves Beat Saber, so.
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
that is the nominees for the Game Awards. I mean, anything else Final Fantasy 14 or Death Stranding, we're pretty much in support of, it seems. Amongst everything else we said. Let us know in the comments, what do you think about the nominees this year? Do you think there's anything that got snubbed? I do think Monster Hunter Iceborne got snubbed quite a bit, and I'm sure a lot of you agree with me on that. And what would you have liked to see in what categories? What do you think is overrepresented? And who do you think is going to win what? And let me know your general comments for everything that is the Game Awards. But that's going to do it. Do you have anything you want to say?
I kind of, the only thing was the Final Fantasy 14 in music. I think it should at least been nominated. I don't think it would have won, but it should have been nominated.
Compared to some of those, though, I think it has a way better soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
So, not Death Stranding, though. That one fucking is great, dude. I've had fucking BB's theme stuck in my head since I beat the game. Constantly. I've been whistling it constantly. It's just so fucking good. But, yeah. That's going to do it for this episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook at Tasty Gaming. Check out our streams. Links down below. I'm on YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. He's on Mixer. You can watch us there. I triple stream when I stream, so you can watch me anywhere you want to watch me. We got a Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. If you prefer to listen to us, vote GOTM Game of the Month for the games over here. You got till the 28th of November, which is Thanksgiving, to vote. 1 vote per video, and we will reveal that on Game of the Month, which is at the end of the week. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
Until the next episode, which maybe we'll have one tomorrow. I don't know, but we're definitely going to have 2 later this week for Plus Club and Game of the Month. But until then, have a good week, guys. Enjoy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, but you got the days off, fucking enjoy those days off. That's what I'm going to be fucking doing. Playing video games. Until then, have a good week, guys, and take it easy.